Happy birthday to WWE Hall of Famer Stacy Keibler and legendary R&B singer, songwriter, and actor Usher. It's your boy X-Men 1991 coming to you back again with another video. I hope you guys had an incredible weekend. Hope you're enjoying your Christopher Columbus weekend as much as I am. Watching some crazy, wild-ass sports. So we got 3 football games we're going to do a recap on. First, we're going to do a recap of this past Saturday's college football game between the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Did the Longhorns get back at the Sooners, or did the Sooners beat them again like they did last year? Longhorns didn't score shit in the first quarter while giving up a field goal, but they made a comeback in the second quarter, scoring 3 touchdowns. At halftime, Longhorns 21, Sooners 3. Longhorns outscored the Sooners in the third quarter by kicking a field goal. After the third quarter, Longhorns 24, Sooners 3. Longhorns outscored the Sooners by 10 in the fourth quarter. Final score: Texas Longhorns 34, Oklahoma Sooners 3. The Longhorns stays undefeated, 6-0, as the Sooners drop to 4-2. The Longhorns are 2-0 on the road and 4-0 at the crib. This Saturday, they're back at the crib, taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. Then the 26th, they got the Vanderbilt Commodores. They got November 2nd off. Then they got the Florida Gators on November 9th. November 16th, they got the Arkansas Razorbacks. November 23rd, they got the Kentucky Wildcats. In their last game of the regular season, 2 days after Thanksgiving, against the Texas A&M Aggies. The Longhorns got revenge on the Sooners. They opened up a can of whoop ass on them without even breaking a sweat. And they also got the golden hat, by the way. Congrats to the Longhorns. They did not come to play against these teams. Their undefeated streak stays alive. The Longhorns was this close to beating the Sooners last year until the Sooners kicked a field goal towards the end of the fourth quarter, beating the Longhorns 37-34, I believe. But now this year, the Longhorns got back at the Sooners. Congratulations to the Longhorns. Keep it up, fellas, because y'all got the 5 Georgia Bulldogs this week. Shout out to Mike Henry, Jaime and Katie Filer, and the hosts of the Just a Little Shady podcast, Haley, Jade, and Brittany Edney. A link to their YouTube pages will be in the description down below. Now let's talk about these next 2 football games. In the good words of my man Spitz 389. What's up, YouTube? Your boy back again with another sports topic, and today we're going to talk some football. Houston Texans football. We're going to do a recap of yesterday's NFL game between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. Then we got to do a recap of the Detroit Lions versus the Dallas Cowboys. Like I said in my last Texans videos, if you like my Texans videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, share them on any social media platforms you use, whether it's Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Discord, any social media platforms you use. Be more than happy to share my Texans videos, and I'll be more than happy to share your videos. Follow me on my social media. My links will be in the description, as well as the link to my Rumble channel. And besides Mike Henry and Spitz 389, the links to the YouTube pages for Alexa and Maria and Olivia, And even when I upload a Cowboys video, Yankee, the real deal Messiah, will also be in the description down below. All right, let's see if we can get him on. Let's see. Here we go. Week 6 of football is in the books, starting with the Texans and the Patriots. So while he's getting his hat, let's go ahead and do a recap of this game. Texans outscored the Patriots by 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Didn't score shit in the second quarter while giving up a touchdown. At halftime, Texans 14, Patriots 7. Texans dominated the second half, outscoring the Patriots by 6 in the third quarter, 13-7. Leading 27-14 after the third quarter. Texans scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter while giving up another touchdown. Final score, Houston Texans 41, New England Patriots 21. Texans are 5-1 as the Patriots drop to 1-5. Texans are 2-1 on the road and undefeated 3-0 at the crib. Next week, they got Samurai Red, the X-Files team, the Green Bay Packers. Then on the last Sunday of October, they got a rematch taking on the Colts at the crib. Then they're back on the road on Halloween going up against the Jets in New Jersey. They got November 3rd off. Then they got the team that faced the Cowboys yesterday, the Detroit Lions, on the 10th. And speaking of the Cowboys, that's the Texans' next opponent for Monday Night Football on the 18th. The Texans versus the Cowboys. Then they got the Titans on the 24th at the crib. Then they have a rematch against the Jaguars on December 1st. They got the Lions on, not the Lions, the Dolphins on the 15th. The 21st against the Super Bowl, defending Super Bowl champs, the Chiefs. Christmas Day taking on the Ravens. And January 5th against the Titans. Now let's talk about the Cowboys taking on the Lions. Let's see. Just like last week, or not last week, or the week before, the Cowboys had an embarrassing game. They got killed this whole game. Giving up a touchdown in the first quarter while kicking a field goal. Then they gave up 20 in the second quarter while kicking another field goal. The Lions leads 27-6 at halftime. Cowboys gave up 10 in the third quarter while kicking another field goal, with the Lions leading 37-9 after the third quarter. Cowboys didn't score shit in the fourth quarter while giving up 10. Final score, Detroit Lions 47, Dallas Cowboys 9. The Lions are now 4-1 as the Cowboys drop to 3-3. Let me see. The Cowboys are 2-1 on, or 3-1 on the road, and 0-3 at the crib. Oh my goodness. We don't got to worry about them next week because they're on vacation. On the 27th, they go against the 49ers in San Francisco. Then they got the Falcons in the ATL on the 3rd. Then they got Derek S.'s team, the Eagles, at the crib on the 10th. Then they take on us on the 18th. They got the Commanders on the 24th in Washington. Thanksgiving, they take on the Giants. December 9th, take on the Bengals. December 15th, against the Panthers. December 22nd, taking on Tom Brady's former team, the Buccaneers. December 29th, my granny's birthday against the Philadelphia Eagles. And January 5th, in a rematch, taking on the Commanders. Starting with the Texans. The Texans, they're on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling that we might win our 8th AFC South Division Championship because we already won 7 in 2011, 2012, 2015, 2016, 2018, 2019, and last year. I can tell we're about to win our 8th AFC South Division Championship if we keep this up. But I don't know what the hell happened to the Cowboys. Once again, for the 3rd time this season, they got embarrassed at the crib. I mean, they can find a way to win games on the road, but not at the crib. Look at the Texans. They're 3-0 at the crib right now. But I know Michael Irvin, I saw this episode of It Is What It Is. Michael Irvin, I know he was disappointed in his Cowboys. And I know she was wearing her Steelers jersey on today's episode of It Is What It Is because her Steelers won. Yesterday, the Steelers beat the Raiders 32-13. That's why Stat was wearing her Steelers jersey today. I can already tell. What are your thoughts about the Texans and the Cowboys?
First, for the Texans, I don't know what the hell took them so long beating the Patriots in Foxborough. We lost the first 7 with Tom Brady, but now that Tom Brady retired, it's about time the Texans have found a way to stop the win and get the win against the Patriots in Foxborough. As for the Cowboys, how dare they get embarrassed? And not to mention, happy belated birthday to the owner of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones. I thought the Cowboys could win, but no, they got clobbered. They embarrassed their owner. Unfucking believable. On his birthday yesterday.
Give the Lions credit because they came to play.
But just take a vacation, Cowboys.
And we'll see you on the 27th. As for the Texans, they will not be on vacation until November the 3rd. That's going to do it for our recap of the Let's talk about the Longhorns. What are your thoughts about the Longhorns getting revenge on the Sooners after a disappointing loss last year?
Payback's a bitch. Payback for the Longhorns. Payback from last year's heartbreaking loss.
And they got the golden cowboy hat too, not to mention.
Yeah.
Their undefeated stays alive, 6-0, because this week they got the 5 Georgia Bulldogs. And so that's going to wrap up my recap of the Longhorns versus the Sooners, the Texans versus the Patriots, and the Lions versus the Cowboys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for my next Longhorns, Texans, and Cowboys rant. I'll be back in a minute to reminisce 25 years of Triple H announcing that he's retiring due to a gross rattlesnake bite from the October 14th, 1999 edition of SmackDown. Go Texas Longhorns, hashtag Hook'em, go Houston Texans, and go Dallas Cowboys. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, no more talk.